So it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and I've been up since about 3 o'clock, and I feel weird. I haven't eaten in 24 hours, and my head feels very, very clear. Let's talk about this.
When they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. You know, every time I speak, I want the truth to come out. You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like, they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. They know what I'm going to say. And even if I get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? That what we're supposed to do? I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. And that's our job, is to spark somebody else watching us. We might not be the ones, but let's not be selfish, and because we're not going to change the world, let's not talk about how we should change it. I don't know how to change it, but I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.
And now he's been promoted. His job, principal.
Good morning, y'all. This is Uchain Joku, Sneaker Principal. And let me adjust my mic here real quick. Okay. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, so I don't want to be too loud. Don't want to wake up the kids. So let's just get to it. I'm doing water fast. I'm not sure if I'm doing it correctly, but I'm doing a water fast. I've been thinking about doing this for quite some time. I've done juice fasts. I did do one dry fast, 24 hours, months ago. And I think I was just like, I was in a bad mood. So I was like, I'm not going to eat anything. You know how you use mad and you just like, I'm not hungry. And I found myself going through 24 hours. So it was unintentional. But right now, what I'm doing is I am intentionally, it's taking me a while, but I'm intentionally at the place where I'm just like, you know what? I need to let my body rest. As you all know, being a school leader, being in any kind of position that requires a lot of mental focus and just physical exertion, you run yourself dry. And then not only do you run yourself dry, you seek fuel at the most unopportune times. So what the options are for you are usually not the best things for you to consume. And as a leader, as someone who is in the space of having to be in your tip-top shape, especially mentally, the things that you put into your body will have impact on everything else. Especially if you get into a certain age where you have miles on you. Listen, I know I got miles on me. I'm 47. So for me, I have to be really, I have to try to be better. Excuse me, that was nasty. I do apologize. I did not intend to burp on the mic, and I wish I could have caught that earlier, but I'm not going to edit it. It is what it is. This is real life. So if those of you disgusted and unfollow me, I apologize. I love y'all, and till next time. But for those of you who are still here, I'm sorry. I literally have not eaten in 24 hours. I'm right now having some jasmine tea. It's not food. It's just literally jasmine leaves in hot water, just to help with my I think kidney functions. That's what I was told jasmine was good for, and my doctor told me to make sure to drink as much jasmine tea as possible a year and a half ago. And I think I've had jasmine tea maybe 10 times in that time, but I'm trying to do better. But yeah, so I've been trying to figure out how to best get control of my overall health. I don't consume as many calories as I used to, but the problem is the purity of the calories that I consume are an issue. I think it's the same thing for a lot of us. Let's be honest here. If you listen to this right now and you are a school leader, and I'll be honest with you, again, I'm going to say it again, my podcast speaks primarily to those who are interested in what I'm having to say, which tends to be a lot of educators, a lot of school leaders, or people of like mind. And I'm going to say this. Those of us in our profession are often some of the most unhealthiest people. We just are. And we blame everything from like time and options around us and all those other things, but we're very unhealthy. And and by the time we try to fix it, sometimes it's too late, or we find ourselves struggling. Those of you who know me personally know at one point in time, I was over 350 pounds, and I am on a very very good day 5'9", 5'9" and like 3/4 inches. But with that being said, it requires not requires, but with that being said, being that weight and that height was not good for me. A lot of that weight got packed on, about 70 pounds. I was about 70 pounds roughly, give or take, were packed on during the initial years of my career as an educator. I was a dean, I was running around, and I would tell myself there is no time to eat, but I would be eating. I'd run down to the food truck, grab 2 or 3 burritos, big burritos. I would, maybe there might be pizza in Teacher's Lounge. I would go have a couple of slices. Like, it was always the most unhealthiest things. But a lot of it had to do with the fact that in my mind, I was prioritizing the job over my health. And what ended up happening is one day I woke up and I had a 44, 45 waistline. I was wearing a 52, 54 jacket. I was doing everything that I did not want to be. But then also I'd wake up in the morning and my first steps out of bed would be like pinpricks, or I would sit down driving and a 45-minute drive, 30-minute drive, come out of the car, my waist, my knees, everything would ache. And what I found out later on, these were precursors to, I think type 2 diabetes. Then that's not even talking about my blood pressure and hypertension and all these different things that were happening all at the same time. But I was pushing through. I was building a career. I was dean my first year in public education. By my third or fourth year, I was I was administrator intern, and then by do the math here, by my 6th year, I was assistant principal. So from 2005 to 2011, 6 years, I was assistant principal. But by 2015, I was a year away from being a principal. And that's when all the stuff hit the fan, and I decided, you know what, I got to take action. And there were a lot of things that happened. And those of you who've heard any of my stories or any of my previous episodes ago, I got to the point where I had to have bariatric surgery. Doctors told me, hey, listen, right now you don't have too many options. Like, your body is not handling all this weight. And so I got cut open. My stomach was turned into the size of a banana, and I lost a lot of weight really quickly. But you would think that would be it, right? But it wasn't it. Because what ended up happening was, what ends up happening for a lot of people is, in time, you stretch your stomach back out again. In time, your body can adjust if you do not stop or make a huge lifestyle change. And I know people who have gone down to like 160s, 170s, who ballooned back up to pushing 300 again. And I didn't want that. My doctor told me that my ideal weight, because of my body composition, and I carry a lot of muscle, is that 225. He was like, I think that's going to be good for you. And I got down as low as 187 or 86. But with time and kids and everything on life and stress, I popped back up to about 240. But that 240 happened about 3 or 4 years later. And I had to, in my mind, I was like, wait a minute, I do not want to go back there again. So now I'm kind of back to I'm at 225, maybe a little bit lighter, 225, which is what the doctor told me should be ideal. But the one thing is, in my mind, my body doesn't feel like 225 is ideal. I feel like I should be lighter. Like, my body is telling me, this is doable, but this is not ideal. So I've been thinking in my mind, how do I bring my weight down? How do I do it in a way that not only, it's not even about losing weight, but it's about optimizing my health. And I'm around educators all the time. And I know we all deal with this health situation and weight and things of that nature. As a matter of fact, today I have a principals meeting I'm going to for my district, and we're a day or so out from a day or so out from Thanksgiving. So I know there's going to be a lot of food there today. There's going to be gratitude celebrations and all that stuff. And I just wrapped up a full day of fasting, which I'm going to talk about in more detail. But today, I know when I get there, there's going to be food and things like that. And people ask, well, how come you're not eating? You know, that's one of the biggest sabotages. How come you're not eating? Oh, this is good. You didn't try some of this. But I won't lie to you, I'm a little nervous because in my brain, it's one thing to say I'm doing like an intermittent fast or I'm making healthy choices, and another thing to say I'm not eating anything at all after have not eaten anything in 24 hours. So I'm going to deal with that today. But however, the thing that the emphasis I'm trying to make in this podcast episode is the fact that we have to do better. Educators, those of you who listen to me, teachers, principals, assistant principals, superintendents, anyone who listens to me, like if you have a little bulge in that belly, or those love handles, or you have those those flaps in your arms, these are not good things. And it's also not a matter of, oh, this is how I'm built on being bold and all other stuff. It's nonsense. The fact of the matter is you're carrying body fat that eventually can cause a lot of harm to your body. And a lot of fat we carry is a byproduct of the enormous amount of sugar that we consume. Even if it's not sweet sugar, but sugar that's put in all of our foods, all these things we consume that just makes us makes us unhealthy and makes us sick. And that's been my concern. It's like I'm 47. I'm 225 right now. Or like I said, a little bit 200. I got to weigh myself today. But I know that I could be better. So I've been coming across this whole notion of doing a water fast. And this is where you just don't eat anything but just drink water. And the thing is, eventually I want to do a dry fast. But the thing with a dry fast, that you drink nothing, your body will create the water it needs, and allow your body to optimize and get this fuel from your body fat. But I'm not there yet. Mentally, I'm not there yet. So what I want to do is just do my water fast. And for those of you interested in my water fast, what this looks like, I'm drinking water throughout the day. However, there's some modifications I'm making because I know me, and I know that in time I will wane away from these things. In the morning, I do have my coffee. I'm driving into work. I get a small coffee. Actually, I got a large coffee yesterday, and the coffee, I think I got through maybe half, maybe 3/4 of it. I do the large cup. So today I'm just going to get a regular sized coffee, just black, nothing, no sugar, no milk, just coffee. And when I get to work, I have a big canister where I just put some hydration, not hydration, but some what do you call those things? It's going to come to me. But electrolytes. It's a little powder electrolytes that's like 0 calories, 0 everything. It's just, that's my thing. Everything has to be zeroed out. There's no calories in there. Put it into the water, and I just sip on that all day. And honestly, it's crazy. I thought I was going to crash yesterday and everything else, but I made it through yesterday actually pretty well. Like I was energized. There were moments where my brain was like, hey, food. I was in the cafeteria and it was pizza day. And one of the privileges of being the principal was like, you got to try out the food, right? So I was like, my feet started walking toward the cafeteria window to get some pizza. And I was like, wait a minute, you're fasting. But the other thing yesterday was my PPO, my principal performance observation. So I was so busy that I didn't think about it. But at the end of the day, I didn't feel the typical crash that I would usually have. And I think that has to do with the fact that my gut was resting. My stomach wasn't digesting, so all the blood flow wasn't going to my stomach to digest, but it was going to my brain to function. So which was a good thing. I got home and I thought to myself, no. And when I left work, my usual habit is to go to the bodega across the street and get some vinegar sea salt chips and maybe a pastelito. Didn't happen because I told myself, no, Uche. I had to literally smack myself. what are you doing? You're not gonna go get those chips. Got in a car, drove home. I got home, and walked in the house. Those clearly food that was cooked, and it smelled good. But I was like, nah, I'm good. So what did I do? I won't lie. I'll be honest with you. I did have a nightcap. I had to, because I was like, my brain needs to just slow down. But I started thinking about food and everything else. And maybe there's sugar. Yeah, there's sugar. I did have about that much whiskey and some ice in there. Yes, an adult beverage. But I went to bed. I had a little bit of heartburn. Maybe it's from the whiskey. And I had 2 Tums. And so I guess I did have some calories. Dang. But I'm not going to stop. But I went to bed, and then this morning I woke up at 2:30, and I had to lay in bed and made myself stay in bed till 3. And here I am right now, and I'm wide awake. That's why I'm making this podcast right now. Honestly, if I can get up like this every morning and make my podcast in the morning before I start my day, y'all will get episodes every single day. But we'll see about that. But yeah, so this is my early morning rant all over the place about my fast, and here I am right now, and I'm about to embark on another day. Our principal's meeting at I think 8:00 or maybe 9. There's probably gonna be food there, which I am praying that I don't get tempted and don't touch that, so I can just focus. Not focus, but I want to focus on a fast. I just want to focus on what I have to do and the work I have to do. Tomorrow's supposed to be our potluck for our school, and I'm not even sure if we're ready for it. So I'm going to talk to my secretary, my parent coordinator, and see, and my parent coordinator, see what's happening. I might have to supplement food with stuff from outside, but it's all good. But this is where my brain is right now. And but I'll tell you this: the best part so far of 24 hours of not eating any food is the fact that I feel clear-headed. Like even right now, I'm looking at my eyes in the screen. I feel awake. Like I feel awake, which is weird because I've been kind of in a fog for days and weeks. And 24 hours, and it's funny because when you're fasting, anyone who's ever done a water fast, dry fast, even intermittent fasting, in the beginning, you have that first day, you're all over the place, but you're just like, your body's fighting you. And then day 2 usually sucks. And that's what I'm worried about today. It usually sucks because the hunger kicks in. And your instincts, your habits kick in, and all of a sudden you're like, ugh, I gotta eat something. What are you doing? Like, this is not necessary. And that's my concern. And maybe I'll be honest with you, that's why I'm making this video right now. That's why I'm making this video. That's why I'm posting it, because I want people to ask me, how did day 2 go? Because I'll be honest with you, I'm not confident I'm going to make it past day 2, but it's all good. It's all good. I'm going to drive through, and I'm going to do for y'all. Just check up on me, please, because I don't want to come on here and be like, yeah, I fell, and I was sitting in the corner eating 12 dozen Dunkin' Donuts because I couldn't hack it. But all jokes aside, I'm doing this again for my overall health. I'm 47 years old. I have 2 kids, and I want to do everything I can to give myself an advantage of just being healthy. I can't control what happens day to day. We can't control that, but we can make choices that helps, to benefit us in the long run. I pulled up this little thing that I thought was pretty interesting. It says and I'm going to end this video with this. It says the benefits of water fasting: may treat hypertension, may reverse type 2 diabetes, may improve heart health, may reduce your risk of several diseases. One of the things I've come across is about cancer, that when you're not eating, and your body has to resort to creating its own energy, what it does, it taps into your fat storage, and it uses that for fuel. The other thing it does too, your body starts to consume dead cells or abnormal cells. So it's been said that especially dry fast puts your body into a place where it will literally attack the bad cells in your body, especially the cells that may lead to cancer, and it could reduce your chances of getting cancer up to by 70%, which I think is incredible. The human body was made not to sit around and consume food, and it wasn't. Our bodies were made to be out in the world, hunter gatherer, running away from tigers and hiding and walking in search of food and eating for the intention of gaining fuel to be able to work. One of the best examples I've ever heard about food is, think about a lion. Think about how big a lion is. If you saw a lion walking to you right now, you'd run, but you'd be like, damn, that sucker's going to kill me. But it's a huge, majestic lion. Whether it's a male or female, they're big beasts. But they said the easiest time to take a lion is after it's eaten. So when a lion's belly full, laying there and lazy, that's the easiest time to take it out. Now, the most dangerous time with a lion is when it's hungry, it's focused, it's fast. It will chase you down. It will exert every energy it can to get that next meal. So that's why lions tend to look the way they look. They're muscular, they're strong, even tigers, But human beings, what do? We have access to so much food that we don't have to hunt for anything. We just consume, and we're always full. We have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and we will do 3,000, 5,000, 8,000 calories in one day, and we just get big and big and big. And guess what? We're vulnerable. Like that lion who's full, the things in this world that would take us out, we've made it easy for them to take us out. That's why it's very important to really assess your health and make the right decisions, and also develop the tolerance, not tolerance, but the discipline, to not let yourself go overboard, to not engorge yourself, to really slow down. And as I'm sitting here talking to you guys, I'm literally looking at the camera, talking to myself, reminding myself. And I gotta say, I'm proud of myself. From 350, yes, I had surgery and all that, but to still be able to maintain where I'm at right now, that's a huge blessing. But now it's time for me to really, get to my ideal weight. My goal has always been 176. I know people look at me and be like, 176, that's crazy. But I got to 187, 186. I was down 10 pounds away, and I'll tell you this, it was the healthiest I've ever been. I felt light, I felt strong, I just felt great, and I was like, what the heck is this? Because also it was an ideal space for me. I was hella muscular, hella ripped, but it just mentally felt good, and that's what I want to get back to. If I get back to it, great. That'll be amazing. If I don't, it's okay. The thing is this, I just want to be an optimized weight to maintain the best health possible. All right, y'all. I just wanted to make this video. Please hold me accountable. I know this diverges from my usual videos lately, but take care of yourself. Your health is utmost priority. New leaders, don't get caught up. Prioritize your health. Do not let yourself get stuck with this whole notion of like it comes to the territory, by not taking care of yourself. Get to the gym, work out, put them sneakers on. Some of you are like so anti-sneakers, but listen, if putting sneakers on means you walk more in your building and you're able to run around and up and down the stairs, then do that. Whatever it takes to stay healthy, because again, this life is short. No matter what happens, if you drop today, something happens to you, you're no longer able to function, you will be replaced. You will be replaced quickly. Trust me. And in time, you will just be a memory, and in time, you'll be forgotten. It's a simple fact. So why not take care of yourself and maximize your health right now? That's just I think it's just smart. Optimize your health, take care of yourself, and be your best self, I think. All right, y'all. This is Uche Njoku, Sneaker Principal. And until next time, be well.